My professional background is education. I've been a teacher, instructional coach, principal, and a director at an ed tech startup, and my PhD is in educational leadership. I share that to say that one of my primary concerns with what's happening today pertains to what is being done to our educational institutions via educational authoritarianism. If you're not familiar with that idea, it's generally defined as control of schools, curricula, and intellectual life by political powers. Scholars like Jason Stanley and Timothy Snyder show how authoritarian regimes rely on undermining truth, rewriting history, and suppressing dissent, often starting with education. Jason Stanley explains that anti-intellectualism is a core tactic of fascism, where leaders discredit experts and institutions in order to replace facts with ideology. Once people lose trust in educators and universities, it becomes easier for political actors to impose their own version of reality. Timothy Snyder warns that authoritarianism grows when societies forget or rewrite their histories. In On Tyranny and the Road to Unfreedom, he describes how autocrats reshape education to erase uncomfortable truths and replace them with nationalist myths. This makes citizens more loyal to a purified image of the nation rather than to democratic principles. And we've seen echoes of this in recent attacks on critical race theory, book bans, and laws restricting what can be discussed in classrooms. Stanley and Snyder emphasize that authoritarianism often advances under the guise of protecting children or preserving tradition. But when governments decide what truths can be taught, education stops being a tool for liberation and becomes a means of control. Defending educational freedom means protecting the public's right to question, to learn, and to understand the world in all its complexity. If we surrender education to political power, we risk losing the very foundation of a democratic society. The classroom, then, is a front line in the fight for freedom. And who is most negatively affected by that fight? Our kids.